What's going on, everybody? So in this video I just want to show you guys how I go about mixing my reggae songs. This is a reggae song here from me, and my boy Andrew Toto produced it, and I did the bass line here, so we kind of collabed on it. And I'm in the middle of mixing it and just having some fun getting ready to put it out. But I just want to show you guys some things to maybe help you approach mixing reggae. So let me play it so you can check it out first.
Toto? Oh, you can't. You mustn't.
Lisa say from no man, she no want government. Christina, she tell me she tired of all. Like the rock, now you roll. Oh gosh, don't sell your soul. Don't sell your soul. Don't sell your soul. Don't sell your soul. Lisa say from no man she no want government. Oh gosh, oh. Christina she tell me she tired of all men. Oh. Sabrina say she need cat liar divorce again. Oh gosh, no. And Britney won't leave cause her man raised the stick again. Again. Girl, you know, say your spirit of it.
Yeah, so I'm just I've been mixing on the spot for a few hours today, just going back and forth. But yeah, we had some fun recording this, and yeah, I'm trying to finish this mix so I can put it out. But anyway, let's get into it. So I approach reggae kind of like how I approach everything else, except a few things are different. You know, I have all my instrument stems here. They're all bust out to my different bass, like my bass bus, my drum bus, and my melodies for all the different instruments, and they're all going to these aux groups right here. So as you guys can see here, I got drums. This is a template, so the 808 I'm actually not using. There's no 808. Drums, bass, melody, and then the instrumental track. And then I got an instrumental parallel going on in here, and then the instrumental all, which the whole beat is going to. And then I got my vocals. All of this is my vocals here. So I'm not diving in today into something specifically. If you want me to dive into something specific, just drop a comment and let me know what you want me to actually go into. But I'll show you guys like some of the things here. Like this is my vocal chain. Let me see if I can see it. Maybe you guys can see it better this way. This is my vocal chain here. So I have a lo-fi going down to 17 bits. If you do this helps the vocals cut through a little bit better. You could try this on any genre, really. Again, like it's the same on any genre. I'll use my EQ here. I got my first EQ. I got my RVox compressor, and that's how I actually record, with this EQ and this RVox compressor on. So I left it on and just added to it. I took out a little bit of muddiness there, controlled a little bit of the high ends because my S's tend to be pretty harsh. I have a multi-band in here. I believe it looks like it's just doing the lows. So these aren't even really on right here, these three. It's just actually controlling the lows right here. And then I have that going to a de-esser. So I'll actually show you guys if I turn it off and turn it on. Also, all those vocals are going to this vocal master right here, where I control all of them. And I have some more things. I have a parallel compressor I'm using in parallel here because I'm using the mix knob here very low. I have Spectre, one of my favorite harmonic EQ plugins. And I'm taking away a little bit more muddiness, and I have a de-esser again, kind of taming it, and Spectre again to kind of boost a little bit more. So let me play it so you guys can see.
Lisa say from no man she no want government. Oh gosh, oh. Christina she tell me she tired of all men. Oh. Sabrina say she need cat liar divorce again. And Britney will leave cause her man raised the stick again. Lisa say from no man she no want government. Christina she tell me she tired of all men. Sabrina say she need cat liar divorce again.
So I have my lead vocal track here where all my leads are. I muted these two. These are backups right here, going to Vox 2. These harmonies that I did.
Sabrina says she
So I kind of copied the same settings as the lead, and then I took away some high end, EQ'd it a little bit differently, just so it pops out a little bit more. I also put a little widener on there, so you could check it out. It just kind of hugs the lead vocal a little bit. And then Vox 3 right here, my third aux track is ad-libs. So those would be these right here, all of these. Yeah, and one of the things that I do with reggae though, that I want to show you guys specifically, is I like to do my dub delays. So as you can see here, let me mute these other tracks here. Actually, let me play it with it so you guys can hear.
Lisa say from no man she no want government.
So you hear this. So if you want to make a dub delay track, I just duplicated a track here and I duplicated the words that I wanted up here, and then I actually put it on 1/8 D dotted. So you have these, in whatever delay you're using, you have these options to do either note, you can do the T, or you can do the D. And the 1/8 dotted right here is the dub delay, or if you go to milliseconds, it's close to between 300 to 400 milliseconds, something like that. But 1/8 D usually gets it on point for me. That's the dotted delay, so use that. And then I did put some shimmer, this crazy reverb on here, but it gets out of hand, so I use small stereo. And then I did a second delay down here that's pretty wild, a second dub delay. Where is it at? Right here.
Don't sell your soul.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just did some crazy stuff here. The same dub delay, the same shimmer, but I added a filter freak just to make it different, so the thing about reggae is you want to, especially when you want to do some dub stuff, you want to definitely modulate. Like the whole dub thing is all about modulation and the echoes and the automation and stuff like that. So that's what I added on there. And one of the main things that I do is that I liked actually is on this Spectre plugin that I use a lot. I mean, I use this a lot, so you guys should definitely get this. It's really dope. But let me look on the melodies here. Let me mute the drums. And let me just play this for you.
Lisa say from no man she no want government. Oh gosh, oh. Christina she tell me she tired of all men.
Okay, so on the melodies track right here, I have this Spectre, and what I did here is I EQ'd this to so I use this is a harmonic distortion plugin, but I use it as an EQ all the time. So I EQ'd the highs. I made it to the right. It can you can pan the EQ in a direction, right? So I definitely made it to the right, and then the low end here to the left. It's just try to get a little more wideness. I'll bypass it.
Lisa say from no man she no want government. Oh gosh, oh. Christina she tell me she tired of all men.
Just to get a little bit of wideness and juice to hug around the vocal a little bit more. But sometimes what you would do in reggae is add like tape plugins, or even add like, I was messing around a lot with this actually with the tape. This tape, I actually used it for this tape option right here. And that actually allows you to add a little bit of that tape vibe to it, which is really cool. So I would suggest doing that. I'm actually probably going to change this. Let's see how it sounds.
Lisa say from no man she no want government. Oh gosh, oh. Christina she tell me she tired of all men. Oh. Sabrina says she need cat liar divorce again.
Yeah, it just gives it that old school feel. It's a little bit of that tape, the tape plugins. Now, I actually didn't use too much of that because tape plugins take away the transients a lot, and I wanted this to sound kind of modern. So I didn't end up using a lot of the tape plugins. I ended up taking them off. But what I did use is some spring reverb, and that's definitely in the reggae realm. All right, so definitely use your spring reverb, your 1/8 D delay to dub some things. I think my main delay on the vocal is a 1/8 D, and I actually hit the phase switch right here, so just to make it a little bit out of the speaker. So I wouldn't usually use this if I was doing a hip hop record or something like that. But again, like, music is all about balancing. You guys don't have to overthink like mixing reggae, or one genre is so different than the other. Really, guys, it's the same. I mean, you really just, there are some characteristics though that you want to recognize from each genre, like, and some tools that you'll use differently, like the way you the length of the reverbs or the delays, or like reggae we use slap delays and stuff like that. Like I used on the CLA here, I actually put these on a few of my lead vocals right here, the CLA plugin, and I use the slap delay right here because that slap kind of adds that feel for the reggae a little bit. Like, just listen to music, you know what I mean? And then you'll get an idea of, once you know all the tools, you'll hear what they do, and you can just kind of emulate that. So, yeah, and then at the end here, I was messing with some more dub stuff. Yeah. So again, I'm just using this filter freak, and I'm just modulating this thing, man. I'm just putting whatever preset I can find that sounds cool straight up on there, and then I'm using my dub right here, my dub delay, and I'm just putting it right on top and just letting it ride. And one of the things I was messing with here, maybe I'll do it, is this little filter freak right here. I was gonna automate this at the end, maybe. Let's see if we like this or not.
I'm unrealistic, yeah. Oh gosh, Christina, she tired of. Oh gosh, I'm unrealistic, yeah.
That's cool too. Oops. I think I did over this one. That's cool. I would probably keep this up though. Keep the mix on this up. So nice. Let's hear that back. Sabrina says she need cat like divorce again. Oh gosh, no. I'm Britney one leave cause I'm on racist sick again. Yeah, so I mean that's pretty much it. I'm not really I'm using the God particle here on the master. I've been using that. I actually took off the multi-band on this. I'm going back and forth on that right now. But yeah, just messing around and having some fun. So let me know what you guys want to see from me. If you guys want to see some more reggae mixing, some hip hop mixing, some whatever you guys want to see, how to start a mix, what I'm listening for. I actually didn't really talk about the philosophy, and maybe I'll just talk about that for a second, because the whole point of mixing, right, is what are we looking for? This is the rough mix, by the way. Let me show you guys. Lisa said from no man she no want government. Oh gosh, oh. Christina, she tell me she tired of all men. This is the mix so far. Lisa say from no man she no want government. Oh gosh, oh. Christina, she tell me she tired of all men. Oh. So the question is, what are we really trying to achieve? Because mixing is all about just pinpointing what you hear that you don't like and making it better. Hearing the things that can be improved and making it better. That's all it is. Don't think of mixing like as a set of like things that you have to do in order for it to be mixed. Meaning, don't watch people do stuff on YouTube, or don't watch people do stuff and, or tell you garbage about, hey, I just use this template every time and I just turn on all of these plugins and then like it's mixed. It's really just about what needs to be done and what doesn't need to be done. The rough mix, as you guys can hear, was already pretty good. It was pretty balanced. There was just some things that I heard. I wanted to tuck my vocals in a little bit. They were a little bit too much out there with the mid-range, even though I do tend to, for reggae is another tip, I do tend to mix more mid-rangey in reggae rather than bright, because it just has that old school feel of everything being very bottom heavy, mid-rangey. and not too bright. So I did try to keep it very mid-rangey as well. And of course the low end got to be there. But I needed to cut that, and I wanted to make it a bit more dynamic. I felt the drum. So this was a drum loop, so it's a little bit difficult to work with, but I felt that the drums were just a little bit too not as bright here.
Lisa say from no man she no want government.
Not as dynamic.
Lisa say from no man she no want government. Lisa say from no man she no want government. Oh gosh, oh. Christina she tell me. Lisa say from no man she no want government. Oh gosh, oh. Christina she.
And the God Particle actually definitely sounds good, this multi-band. But anyway, I tried to make it more dynamic. That's how I mix. My mind is all over the place. But yeah, making it more dynamic, making things wider, making things a little bit bigger, heavier. Those are the goals. But definitely you want to pinpoint and fix the things that you feel like you need to fix. There's not many plugins on here actually. On the, like, I have a lot of bypass plugins. This is Jason Joshua's template here that I use, I implement into mine. But I only use some things, as you can see, like the drums. They have a few things on there, like a little compressor, R bass, just to make it a little heavier. Melody, I showed you that already on the melodies. I have a little bit of Joey Sturgis Transifier on there, just like in parallel, just to make the drums a little more dynamic, because it's a loop, so it's not like I can just raise the rim and raise the kick, and it's a loop, so I had to find other ways to kind of make it pop a little bit. And then I have a parallel here. So something that Jason Joshua showed us that he always used to do. Use this MV2, and the instrumental track is in parallel. And then I have a big boost here on the high and lows again, just to make it a little bit, make it pop. That's my automation. And then this is on the instrumental master track right here. And then I just have a little bit of these frequencies here, 464 and 100. I usually love to put 100 up on my instrumental. But yeah, again, guys, it's all about the routing, the gain staging, all the things that I do with reggae specifically are just really going towards like if you guys want to try these out, like try them out. Try out these tape plugins. They're great. I actually didn't end up, it's sorry to say, I didn't end up using them on this specific mix, but I have used them before. But again, they just take away the transients, and I just didn't want to do that. So be careful with that. But the tape plugins and I showed you guys the delays. These are really they're the same tools, all right? Like if I were to mix or record like a country song, or when I do hip hop stuff, I do rap stuff all the time with my clients and stuff. And look at my recording track right here. This is all I had on there. I had an R EQ and R Vox, and I got a reverb and delay, and that's all I do. No matter what genre I'm recording, that's all you need right there, because really, at the end of the day, the tools are the tools. Everyone uses EQ, compression, reverb, delay on every genre. It's just how you use it is a little bit different, but guys, it's really, you know what I mean? Don't overthink it. Just make music. All right? So shoot me a comment if you guys want to see something specific. And definitely I recorded this myself, and of course I'm mixing it myself. If you guys want to learn how to do this, I can teach you all my methods of how to understand all this stuff in my course. It's in the description below, so definitely go get that if you're interested. All right, I'll see you guys later.